Hi, this is Dr. Pachenik, and let's talk about Jeff Epstein's supposed suicide. Whether he committed suicide or he's dead or they took him out of jail is really not relevant. What happened today with Jeff Epstein is a travesty of justice and the law, but also of our intelligence system. Several weeks ago, on July 15, 16, I saw the story being developed where Epstein was decided that he was going to commit suicide, and he had a rope around his neck and had marks on his neck, and there was a member in his cell, which was absurd. Of course, Epstein was in his cell now by himself. His dynamic is such that he would never commit suicide. He's too narcissistic, bombastic. I've treated guys like this. They don't commit suicide. What we do is we take them out, and remember what I said a month ago, several months ago, he works for Mossad and the CIA. Why? Because he compromised so many political and economic figures that it was important for all of you to understand this wasn't just an individual. This is a system that we funded and that we've been an alliance to, the Mossad, and the Jewish Americans who are leading us to. Jeffrey Epstein, as I said to you, is an operative. He's a poor jerk of a low-level Jewish guy who never amounted to anything and was grandiose. The fact of the matter is that he had compromised a lot of people using make-believe money and a fictional background. What really is true is the following, and most of you did not follow this. 2 days ago, a member of our military was appointed as Director of National Intelligence, McGuire, a Vice Admiral of Military Intelligence. Now, why is that important and what does that have to do with Epstein? Everybody wonders. The answer is very simple. Military intelligence, of which I've been part of for over 4 decades, is the only institution that we can rely on that will not be compromised by the Mossad. In turn, what happened is 2 days ago, Susan Gordon, who was the deputy of National Intelligence behind Clapper and others, was not appointed to become Director of National Intelligence. Now, why is that related to Epstein? Because Susan Gordon is Jewish and she was close to John Brennan, who's close to the Mossad. So Trump, in his wisdom, as crazy as people think, was a fox in the henhouse. He knew exactly to go away from the CIA and the civilian intelligence and bring in military intelligence. So Susan Gordon is out. John Brennan is out. The Obama people out. The Clintons didn't do this. This is far more sophisticated, but also more awkward than you think. The reasoning goes as follows in the intelligence community. I know the CIA very well, and I know the Mossad very well. They're not very bright when it comes to creating a storyline like Jeff Epstein. Yes, they created this beast, and they created this incredible, pedophilia ring. But what they didn't understand, and they couldn't come to any resolution, was the fact that, well, we can't explain the suicide, and we'll just say he's suicidal, and he died in a cell by himself committing suicide. That's called paradoxical intention. What that means is that we're going to use the most absurd concept and let you people, the civilians, run with it as long as we can label conspiracy theory. So in Wikipedia and the New York Times, all they did was fall for this trap of paradoxical intention where they said, okay, it's a conspiracy theory. The man killed himself in a cell which had no capability to kill yourself. So who else was compromised and why was this so important to come out now? Governor DeSantis of Florida, who is a JAG officer in the SEAL team and Special Forces and fought overseas, decided he's going to have a Florida investigation and a prosecution of the Attorney General, Jewish guy, Berman, who was involved, as well as the police chief of Palm Beach, who lied. Then we have a woman by the name of Giffer, who implicated Mrs. Maxwell, also implicated Prince Andrews of England. Now, Andrews of England was accused of sucking the toe of this 14 or 15-year-old. Whether he did or didn't do is not important. The point of fact is the Windsor family has always lied, cheated, and was corrupt. They're not Windsors. They're basically German. They were pro-Nazi in the beginning of World War II, and had it not been for Winston Churchill, we would have not had a successful England. So what else was compromised? Richardson, Bill Richardson of New Mexico, Summers of Harvard. A whole bunch of other individuals were compromised. And as a result of that, the resolution had to be that Epstein had committed suicide. In our business, we say, qui s'excuse, s'accuse. Another one, he who excuses himself accuses himself. And also don't forget paradoxical intention. You all will call this a conspiracy. Thank you and good night.